Hello, hello everyone. Excuse me. How's everybody doing? It's been a while. A week, right? Yeah. Slightly longer than a week even. Ooh. Alright. So countdown was a lie. I mean, I turned it off on 30 seconds because I was here. I had a good time, yeah. Yeah, the YouTube kept running largely without a problems, right? I think we had daily uploads. That's nice. All right, I can make no promises for today because I am still. Whew, I need a few days to recover from vacation. It's like I have to recover from vacations. Not I don't use vacations to recover. So I'm generally like very recovered outside of vacations. Are we gonna take a look at some games as well today? Because there were some cool games that were played in my absence. I'm gonna try to cover a few of those. We don't have that much time, unfortunately. I had to catch up on some YouTube stuff this morning. I think we have about like 3 hours or so. At a wedding this weekend, you're tired. Yeah. Like, ooh. Demon, Dragon, Ellie, Pirate, Undead. Okay, so Demon, Pirate, Dragon, Ellie, Undead. Sure, let's have fun. That's why I'm playing on Twitch chat. I don't think I'm playing on my main today. I think after this I might review like 2 games in a row, just because I only have 3 hours and want to get a few of those reviewed for sure. But we'll see. I don't want to plan too far ahead. See how I feel.
Long time no see, friend. We missed you in the tavern.
I might just take the hat here to get the +1/+1. If I get a 2/2 front rake, it doesn't deal with a lot, unfortunately. I think I still take it. Just enjoy my free +1/+1. Or where are you? I had a vacation. We're back now. Yeah. So I could have hide this if I took the Trog, but I think it's okay to have a front trade.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
This seems like a whiff, right? Comfortable sharing details.
Step up our game.
I mean, we went to the coast. I went with my family, so it's like details. Not gonna get super detailed now.
Have a good battle, friend.
Oh, nice. I had an unfortunate start, that guy.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Oh, nice. So if I buy this, I can buy another pirate and have 1 gold left. I might just take Hogger and then take Rewinder in this thing. Kids have a great time? Yeah, for sure. You can even 3-on-3, but Rewinder is great, so I don't think we need to.
It's good to get some minions in.
Pretty happy to have a soul rewinder and a gambler anyway. How can you take a vacation when you're not working?
Turn this around.
Ah, one just leaves. Quite easy.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Oh, that was good.
My favorite rooftop.
Money or a 2-5? Might just take a 2-5. With the rally supporter, it's nice.
That one might make all the difference.
Panda's been pretty good. Getting Omu here makes my turn so much better. Thank you, Kraken. Yeah, it was super fun. I got to see my mom and dad and my brother and my sister, so I'll see them super often. It was good times, good times. But I'm usually very like super routine based. Like I go to bed at the same time roughly. I eat the same things. I exercise at the same time. It's like I'm doing vacations. It's like so that's why I said I need a few days to shake it off, ease into my routine, and then yep, I'll feel the same again.
You're doing great out there.
We keep getting Shrek'd here. Bam. Alright, I enabled the names again, yeah. Cool. Oh, wow.
You're good at this.
I'm not even sure if I want trash here, if I care. I can trash the Fellhound for a 2. Do I care about a 2? I'm leveling here. I don't think I want to pay money.
Great. I can bring in more powerful minions now.
You can kill this off and make a 2-drop. That's probably worth it. Oozling on the ship, right? Might have a shield with George. Might be a bit annoying.
You're doing great out there.
Hey Leonard, thank you very much for the 4. And Little Magic, thank you for the 13. Took some night time off. Yeah, I had a vacation. Yeah, versus George taunting it isn't so good. Probably my bad. Good setup though. And money, wow. What an insane port. I have money here. I've got a demon. But I also have engine plus a ley line. Are beasts in? No.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you stronger.
A buddy to try and win the game with that. Not leveling now. Chromie, wow.
I'll give you I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
This is the first time. Love to hear percussion.
Keep it coming.
If I would copy the board, I will have this, so I want this on the board, right?
There is power in the land itself.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Okay.
The army you're building, friend.
Tough turn there. Didn't really want to double sell, but is Spellfire good enough? Ooh, I take no damage. Damn. Hey, Rob Sky, thank you for the prime. Okay, that was cool. That was fun. Or 3, wow, that's pretty big. I mean, I think I take that tempo right now, actually. Ooh, typewriter with Chromie seems broken. Leveling is also nice with the money, but
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
alright, let's see. So probably not buying that then. Okay. Like a double Wrath card. And I have Belinda with Magic Absorption. This is interesting. So I buy Wrath card. And I probably don't need Belinda then, right? Because I have double Wrath card already. Back to back? I don't have back to back. I think I will take the Belinda here.
World shall burn. You're down a minion and up a goal.
You take me for an ordinary mage?
You're doing great out there.
I didn't want to get double Belinda. I don't think I'm playing Ellie's, but because we've got 2 Wrath cards and I've got the Rewinder. Just need to get strong now. Oh man, that was turn 7, yeah. Jesus, this guy is just big. Okay. Oh. So I've got Bran. 2 gamblers. Man, that's so nice. There is a back-to-back, but I don't think I care.
The battle is really raging out there.
So I'm gonna stay on this tier for one more round, right? I'm gonna miss one fodder to maybe copy.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Okay. I have to play.
Calm down, I'm a doctor. This world shall burn. I like where you're going with this. Some things are worth dying for.
Okay. Wow.
I think you can win this.
Alright, it's fine. I knew this was gonna be bad. That's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Just wanted to play a warm-up before I looked at those games. Woo! Well, we might not go 8th, actually. Let's see. We're done with the typewriter. I have a few buffs. It's okay. Alright, let's have a look. What do we have on our boards?
The battle is really raging out there.
Good. get these out of my hand. These have to go on an Ellie, right? Yeah.
The odds are in my favor.
The future is now.
Looks like you can get a triple. I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Missed some stats here.
A great shot, Wombo! I could see right there, Master!
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
There is power in the land itself.
A melody of love. I got it! Second hand!
You are not out of this yet.
Alright, looks okay now. A lot of work there. Double shield of Malkazar helps. A few shot buffs too. One more Bran, that's an Ellie, Pirate Dragon lobby. Probably just fishing for that Bran, yeah. Thought I killed him, poor guy.
Nice work out there.
Top with my Bran. Oh, that's perfect timing, I'm fighting George.
The odds are in my favor.
I'm the hammer in the
Better hire a recruit.
I could tier, but I would rather roll for that Bran.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
My favor.
That's what I would have picked.
Actually lose value there, right?
The odds are in my favor.
Love to hear percussion.
Oh, I could see right there, Master! The odds are in my favor.
Have a good battle, friend.
Okay, looking good. Double Belinda on the board. What's that?
Your minions really pulled their weight.
I think we still stay on this tier and look for the Bran. 9 gold is still a lot to tier. I don't care about this. Shrinking my board here. I guess a fell bat to end on is okay. Well, then that gives me some economy, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it. I don't have enough money to want to pass this, right? Oh, that's good.
This world shall
Love to hear percussion.
Oh, I didn't see right there, Master.
Malchazar likes to party too. Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
I could have kept the Malchazar, honestly. It's not that bad. I'm just gonna get rid of this.
You're doing great out there.
Yeah, honestly, Fellbat is one shop of fodders worse. It's worse than one shop of fodders. Nightbane's scary. That's actually not that much damage. There's no Titus behind him. Ow. 800 Malchazar. Damage cap is on, so he never dies here. He does have a Malchazar. One more Bran. Okay, I do get a ghost.
Keep up the pressure.
And if I level roll, my turn is kind of over, right? I don't like that idea. I think just buying Leroy to end on is okay. Chase the Bran. I'm not even sure if I want to keep Fellbat. If I sell Fellbat, then he won't steal buffs. But he probably makes it up over the long run, right? I should have sold one more. Yeah, that's funny. I'd rather sell them, I think. There's a 6-drop that's good, but a lot of fodders I miss. Oh, so yeah, I do pay the gold. No, I don't like it.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
3-3. I don't think I care enough. Oh wow.
Malchazar likes to party too.
I gotta just bank the rolls for next turn. Then I have rolls here, rolls here, rolls here.
Have a good battle, friend.
Probably hold this as long as I can to try and get the brand first. Yeah, having the Leroy for the dead guy here. But that Nightbane will be scary.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Might steal a brand from him. Nope. Tank a tunnel blaster. I have so many rolls, by the way.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
I don't know if another Leroy's that compelling versus this type of dragons, because he has the tokens.
Come on down.
A little.
Kind of okay to end on.
Important job, get special bomb.
Oh, I should have hero powered that. Oops. Not ideal. Oh, right. Why am I freezing? Stupid fell bet. He ran a blaster. That's interesting. Stupid. 22 on the spell power. Probably should just play this. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah. I'll bet. I'm usually speechless and full focused on the games. I appreciate the compliment. I don't think it's true though. This is a bit of an anomaly. I think if you call me speechless during my games, then I don't know what you would call most other streamers. Because I talk so much during my games normally. So, but I think the spirit of your comment is it's true. I just don't, I just think it is amplified in your head where you say, oh, you know, you barely talk during your own games. That's just not true. Where'd I go? Yeah, that's a thing, right? That's something I learned with over time is you have an audience and you think you've just said something over and over and you put it into Discord and it's over there and it's over here. But then like the majority of your audience has no idea. So I just need to remember that even though I say something so often and I put it in like the Discord and stuff, most people have no idea. So I was on vacation. All right, so let me take a time and then reply to the comments, and then let's go watch. Let's see, we have 2 XQN games, an Oliech and Seville game to watch. So, which this account? This is Twitch chat. This is about 8K internal right now, so it's basically the same lobbies as my main account. All right, let's first see Robski or Robsky and Spieltrieb. Thank you so much for the subs. Appreciate that. Dino with a 130 streak. All right, let me have a look at YouTube chat first. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Your heart's stuck on 5K. How do I get out of the mindset of trying to force a comp? Start picking the things that are the strongest instead of the things that you think will be strong later. And then when you have key pieces, you can pick that up. That's essentially it. So it's super simple, right? Because you're basically asking me, how do I stop forcing a comp? And the answer is stop forcing a comp. But to say that in a different manner, it's buy things that are good right now instead of things that you think you should buy because you are playing X. That's it. So once you change that, you have to ask yourself, okay, how good is this actually? What does this do on my board? And if the answer is it does nothing, but if I, and it's like, right? So just have that voice in your head, like, how good is this right now? What does this do for me? And if the answer is, well, once I get this and those, now there is a dichotomy there, of course, because you pick up stuff like spell power generators early. Spell power doesn't necessarily do something immediately for you there, but you can make that work pretty quickly. So, but it's like you first need to get good at following the rules, and then you know when to break the rules. So first get good at just being strong and being able to level to higher tiers without taking damage. And then once you can do that, then deviate a bit more when you say, oh, this is actually a moment where I can pick up a minion that's actually a bit more for the future. Okay, let me have a look at Twitch chat now. You mean laconic? What is laconic? Let me Google that. Yeah, I don't think that's true. That's the point. But let me just grab a game and see. Maybe you're right. I'm interested now. Okay, so I played this, right? It's gonna take a second and watch this. It's just like a random game that I played on YouTube. Oh. Now I'm doubting myself.
Greetings, traveler.
I might take this guy. It stacks the rolls. I like it. It stacks the rolls. It does. It says gain a free refresh, right? Not you have one refresh per turn.
Welcome back.
Yeah, now we're on 2. Gotta watch the like first few minutes. I think I just cycle scout with Reef, and then next turn maybe I start rolling or so.
I'll do what I can.
Reef with Survivor will have shield soon. Hey, Lazy. If I level next turn, it'll already be shielded. Alright, so this is a non-Rylak lobby, but Demons and Ellies are in again. Also Dragon Naga. Level bank coin, buff this is probably fine. I don't think I want to preemptively buy Rewinder and make my curve bad. Unless I'm happy to stay, but if I stay, I don't get a shield. I don't know, bro. That doesn't sound like I'm not talking. I don't. It's just, it was so weird in my head, right? Because it's just like, that's kind of my thing, right? I talk a lot, right? Like it's basically what I do during the games. Like do commentary and explain my thought process and stuff. But it's okay. Like this is obviously a detail. I don't want to make you like super uncomfortable. I was just curious to see like, oh, is that true? But it's probably a language thing. I think you're right. You just watched this? Oh, I just needed to grab a random game that I played. Because I was just checking like, oh, am I Am I really like just not talking much during my own games compared to the commentary? I guess compared to the commentary, you can make that argument. Yeah. Do you hear your voice higher as your inner voice? Do you hear an inner voice when you're talking to yourself? I don't actually hear a voice, right? So I can't compare that. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Who here hears voices? Who's got the voices? Come on now. As a newish players, what are tips to get better? Oh, let me hook you up there. Let's see, do we have that in YouTube chat as well? We should have it, right? Yeah, there we go. Enjoy that, lazy. It's more like a feeling than it. Yeah. The point was that you can compare what you sound like versus the voice in your head, and just like, oh, well, I can't compare those two. But okay, I guess to look at the comment and give it a bit more. Oh, what's the word for that? I guess to try and understand the meaning, the spirit behind the comment is, do you think you sound that way? I guess. Yeah, right. So when you when you are talking and then you hear yourself record it, do you think you sound like that? Yeah, sure. I think that's probably it. That's normal. Yeah. Everybody, like, you get used to it. I do not mind it whatsoever because I've been doing it for over a decade. But yeah, the first time people hear themselves or see themselves on camera, they usually cringe. They're like, oh, is that me? Yeah, I don't mind that. Mm-hmm. All right, so let me quickly go to the bathroom and then let us fire up. I think we're gonna like spread it out. I think we're gonna do an XQN game, then an Oliesh game instead of two XQN games in a row. Do you recommend to get the season pass? Well, the short answer is yes. The long answer is, well, it depends. All right, I can't make that purchase for you, but yeah, for sure. Oh, this is not a controversial issue, Theodorus, right? So, but let's before we dive into the game, let's explain. So, the top streamers, they do not force demons. They just end up in demons. Two very different things. So, when someone forces demons, they essentially start the game, and every purchase they make is towards demons. That's what forcing is. Right? You're like, oh, I'm gonna buy Wrathweaver turn 1 because I know I'm gonna be demons anyway. I'm gonna buy Soul Rewinder, which, you know, is ironically kind of good because of the early trinkets. And then like, oh, I've got my Malkazar and stuff. They just like go demon, 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 demon. Whereas what the top streamers do is they play the game, they do not force, and then once they get Wrathguard brand, they move into demons. But that's not forcing. Right, so it's a definition problem here. Forcing means no matter what, I will play the thing the entire game. That's what forcing is. Just ending up in demons is intelligent because it has the highest cap, or one of the highest caps. So that's the difference. The Nightbot message makes it seem like it's a free trial for the tracker. This is not true. Well, it might be to you, but Hearthstone Deck Tracker is free. The tracker is free. This is maybe something you don't know. They just have a premium version, but the free version is excellent. So, it was incorrect. When should you start pivoting? You shouldn't. But that's the thing, God. Man, I could answer questions the whole time and just never get to the review, but let me finish with this one. You should not pivot because pivoting doesn't mean switching your board. It means when you pivot, it means that you were already in a strategy and you were already playing that strategy, and then you are selling it off to move into a different strategy. But if I'm just in the mid game and I've got some beasts on my board, it doesn't mean that I'm beasts. It just means that I use that for tempo. Like an actual pivot is I am playing full pirates or whatever, and then I am selling that off with my economy to go into stun drake, and then I like full pivot my board into stun drake. So most games you are not going to pivot. You are just going to have stuff excuse me. You're just gonna have stuff on your board that you then sell to play a cohesive strategy instead of just some random stuff that keeps you healthy. What's the highest cap if you hit everything back to back or alley? Probably back to back. I don't know. It depends on what we qualify as everything and what turn do you hit it, right? They're both like insane. What is this rating? Oh, let me just like close this. I don't know if that's in there. You mean to try it for free? Yes, trying it for free means that you try it for free. Sorry. It's just like, but it's what your brain is filling in, right? So you're filling in the blank of like, oh, try it for free. That means there is a paid thing that I then try for free. Whereas the meaning is literally just, here, try it. It's free. But sure, yeah, that's fine. I will say, to be fair, it's probably a thing that you might be used to seeing, where when you read that, you're like, oh, this is a paid thing. You're cynical, nothing is free. There's tons of stuff for free. But here, the hope is that you like the product so much that you're going to purchase. Like, intelligent business will give stuff away for free, where it's genuinely free. Like, I used Deck Tracker for free for years, bro. Years. It's good shit. It's just that they know... Oh, oops. It's just that they know that X percentage of the people that try the free thing are then going to like it enough that they'll want the paid version. But that doesn't mean it's not free. What are we doing? We're watching an XQN game. Let me get that. I'm also super slow. Like, ooh, coming out of the vacation brain fog, so we'll see.
Play Naga.
I won't be able to stream tomorrow because unfortunately I've got some appointments that I forgot about. So hoping by Thursday my brain's good to play some games. All right, cool. So yeah, you guys continue yapping in chat. I gotta disconnect at some point and hop into my game here, because we were delaying this already for like 10 minutes where chat just keeps typing shit. So I was like, all right. Damn chat, just yapping. All right, everyone. We are going to be watching another XQN game, which is also Zorgo on the Chinese account. Holy speed up. Just checking this XQN's editor going zoom. So we are picking Sire, 7 Undead or Beasts. You're getting Nightbane with a double trigger, or 16 spells for 3 random spells. Nagas are in, but there's no spellcraft here. So we're gonna go for the Undead or Beast. I mean, that's so good actually. Undead or Beast, and your death rattle is gonna happen twice. Now it's a shame it's Nightbane, because usually the quest does become harder the higher tier minion you get. So this could have been 6 death rattles maybe if it was like a tier 3 death rattle or whatever. Anyways, it's still pretty good. It's a beast and an undead lobby. So we've also got demons, mechs, and nagas. That's technically a free spell we could have had for the other thing. But Dogdog rating, let's go, baby. 1,500 people joining XQN's live stream. There we go. Hidden Titus, yes. This quest reward is so good because it's a Titus that cannot get sniped. All your death rattles trigger twice. So it's like a guaranteed immortal Titus. Stealth, divine shield, immune. All right. Nice. This is so good. So he gets to buy 1 beast here, but he also gets to keep his minion because he doesn't have to sell because of lasso. Lasso, unfortunately, doesn't count as buying the beast because you bought the lasso and you got the beast after that. But still super, super good here. You came from this Zorgo video. Well, this is XQN. But yes. Hello, this is Zorgo. Funny. It'd be funny if Zorgo just like posts everything on his channel. He's like, yeah, this is me. Clearly, this is me. That actually be a good joke. Yeah. All right, so he is gonna stay here because there is another beast, another undead. So he is rushing this quest quite a bit. There's also a lava lurker here. Wow. That is super interesting. I don't think I could have resisted the call of the Naga. I think the lava lurker with the surf and serve with double death rattle trigger and then overflow potentially I think that would have been worth not buying one Undead or Beast for me there. So I think I would have passed on the Risen Rider and I would have just bought the Lava Lurker. Very, very interesting, right? Obviously, XQN knows more about the game than I do, at least in terms of feeling where you can get away with something and when it's a bit too much, when it's too greedy. So he feels like setting up the Lava Lurker here is a bit too greedy compared to potentially pushing his quest back an additional turn. Now he's going to go for the win here. That is great. So he's keeping a very high life total. Best combo to grow MMR. If you go to HS Replay, they have a comp tab. Ooh. Oh boy, you have to do it, XQN. You got to do it. Do it for chat. There we go, baby. All right, so we got frogs plus turbulent tombs. Sorry, what I was about to say is let me just put it in the chat. 1 second. I'll pause it. Bam. I'll open it up too. Here, so this is the comps tab. Jeeve curates this. So if you want to say the best comp for climbing MMR, that's not all. I'm not always going to be able to say that super cleanly, but you can just go off this if you don't know. And this is going to be very good. So playing a lot of demons is not bad, but the biggest thing is don't force. So start with that. Just play basic. God, I gotta like give you so much, right? All right. Boom. There's a guides command too. Watch those things first. Understand how to play. And then use that information for this. All right. Let's get back into the game. All right. Here we go again. So we got ourselves Frog. There is a Reborn here, which is going to give us our quests, or not yet. I think we need 2 more, right? Yeah, we bought 2 beasts, 2 undead, and then another beast. So we do need 2 more. So he sells here to complete the quest. Bye-bye. So he's gonna do this to try and not take damage from the... Oh, right. I don't think he even cares. Yeah, I like this. He has Nightbane in his hand with double Death Rattle, and he just literally doesn't care because he has the quest, right? And it's basically Titus plus Frog on turn 6. That is so disgusting. Turn 6, he has Time Warp Frog, which is Taunt Reborn, and he has a Titus. Yep. Frog. Now, he doesn't have Macaw. The Frog isn't golden, so it's not going crazy, right? But it's good enough to already not lose. So that's really good. I don't know what that is, ref. All right. Level roll. I mean, I guess we're just going to skip tier 4, kind of. Just bank the chef here, I think. Yeah, I like that. You can use it as well here. I don't know. You don't want to get Mana Saber, though, I think. Well, then you have a triple, but I think I would have chefed Mana Saber myself because I would be afraid to triple it because it seems really bad. So, time to go to 6 for eyes. I mean, Titus is still very, very good for him. I don't think he necessarily rushes 6 for eyes. He could, but just adding another Titus means you have Golden Titus. Forza 6 Horizon. Forza Horizon 6 is the game with cars. Ah, yes. It is well known that I am a car game enjoyer. It's so... Sorry, I'm just having fun with it because it sounds so random to me. That's... no. So the answer is no. No, I'm not going to be playing Forza Horizon. All right. We see a bit of a overflow setup for Terran here too. He's kind of just hoping to find the... He's hoping to find the Catacomb Crusher. Man, this is so chill. Normally when you take frogs, you get very scared around turn 7, 8 because you have to find the Titus. But just having the Titus already on turn 6 is so brutal. He takes it now to triple into Titus, right? You don't need a 6. Sewer Lord. Oh, Sewer Lord's so dirty. Ooh, Taunt Divine Shield is not bad here. I kind of like keeping the module on the board even, right? He's just gonna sell them. That's so sad. Is he going to... Oh, he's gonna save the Reborn for... Oh, right, he has double Death Rattle already. Yep, that is fair. That is fair. So what I thought he would do was use the Scarab to reborn the Sewer Lord to then level to tier 5 instead of, you know, sell the Nightbane. Not that Nightbane matters, but just because you want to play the Reborn. But because he has the quest reward that will give him double Death Rattle, it's super unlikely that the Sewer Lord gets Reborn value anyway. Maybe not on this board, but especially later on when he adds Titus. So he's probably just keeping the Scarab until he can find Macaw, because that is a really good that is a really good reborn target here, because then he can use Macaw to spawn even more frogs. Ribbit. Yeah, I mean, it's so strong. Sewer Lord with double Death Rattle and frogs. It's just, he's not even gonna pop it, right? Look at that. Oh, dude, this is so disgusting. Make the next beast golden. I mean, oh, he's checking the 7s. Yeah, that's fair. Ooh, wait. Zorgira and Stitch are both insane. I mean, because we already have a Titus, I'm kind of okay with Fishing Rod, actually. Originally, I was gonna take the 5 rerolls for free in a golden beast. Oh, it's fine. We have to wait then. I don't think he pivots here. He's got such a good setup. So, what was I saying? Yeah, we are not changing our hero power. What I was saying is, normally I was going to go with the 5 free rerolls, because kind of the only thing that really matters is finding Titus. And then a golden beast is like, okay, I can just buy a parrot and it's golden. However, because he already has the quest reward, which makes him strong, right? He has the Titus effect on the board. He doesn't need to get value from his trinket straight away. So if he has time, Fishing Rod is really good, because Zorgira will make it more likely that he can farm golden Titus, because he can just freeze and copy it and gets a really good board. And Stitch with frog is probably also sick, right? You gotta... Are you eating the frog? Or I'd have to see how you would do that, but because he has double Death Rattle, it's super unlikely that it's not going to be strong. Yeah, we are watching XQN for anyone joining late. You Fang Amulet. But isn't this just a stat buff? I feel like stat buffs are so irrelevant compared to just getting better frog. Frog. Because frogs already go into the hundreds of thousands, right? If you've got a good setup. And he has a Death Rattle quest, so he can definitely get a good setup. So your trinket should help you get to the ultimate frog build. I don't think you should take any kind of stat boost. Seems unnecessary. It's got a raw. Could technically keep that for money for 1 turn. Maybe. Man, he's hit some good demon cards here, though. A lot of Malchezaar spells. Yeah, we don't want armor, right? Titus Macaw. He's been very, very, very patient with this reborn, by the way. Yeah, Discover a 5 seems fine if we're hunting Titus. Take a Bran. Can play it with Tiger Shark later. It's never bad to have a Bran. Now, if he rolls Titus... Does he freeze it? Yeah. Yeah. Sells the module to keep the raw because it gives him 2 6s. Nope. Wants to keep the module. But does want to keep the raw. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, so is he still playing down a unit here? He might honestly want to reborn Sewer Lord now, because he's at the point where he could lose. Yeah, I really like what he did here. He kept the... And then he has another reborn there. He also has a battle cry for his Bran, maybe. So he essentially kept the reborn for a very long time in his hand. because he did not need to reborn the Sewer Lord to win those previous matches. But his board is not improved in a long time, and the opponent's boards are improving, right? Presumably, right? They are improving. So because the opponents are getting bigger and bigger, he's like, well, maybe I will need a Sewer Lord that is reborn, because especially if it doesn't get sniped right before the first Mana Saber, it's pretty unlikely that he ends up with no reborn value. So that's really good. There you go. Yeah, and Sewer, it's so disgusting, bro. Look at how good this is. Frog, 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 frog. Oh, you get 2 every time. That's so true. Oh, it's so disgusting. Look how much he's getting, Chad. Oh, it's so disgusting. Because I forgot that he not only gets 4 sewer rats, but every sewer rat is also 2 tokens. There's the Zarjira. Hell yeah. All right, 1 Titus in the shop, please. 1 Titus in the shop, please. If he rolls a Zesty, you can copy that too. The tier 6 robot is going to be huge. I don't think he cares about playing that. Ooh, Tiger Shark with Bran. Goodbye, Ra. Bran me dude. Could have technically also copied the Tiger Shark, but meh. I think you'd rather want to keep Zarjira in your hand until you roll Titus. Otherwise, you might have to sell her, right? Well, you'd sell the Bran, I guess. Ooh, got it. Nice. Okay. I mean, you can end up buying the Battle Cry spell, maybe? Because he needs to not buy the Titus this turn, right? He needs to play and end on Zarjira. Bran out, okay. Oh, and then he can play 1 Titus. Right. He's gonna play 1 Titus. Okay, yep, that works. That's so clean, right? That's so smart. So I would have 100% kept Bran. And now that I see this play, that would have been very wrong. I don't think that would have been good. But because he has a Titus, because he uses the copy, right? So it's in his hand, he can play 1, right? And then that makes him way stronger, which means he's so much more likely to keep his 33 HP. He's also really a huge fan of this module. And we can see why, right? It is keeping his combat so clean. That module is making it so much less likely that his Sewer Lord is getting sniped early, or the Titus. Now, did that Titus end up dying? Yes. But it also was alive for a lot of the frog hops, so he's probably still okay. Because it's... Man, I had underestimated just how insane Sewer Lord was with this quest. Because normally by the time that your sewer rats start dying, your Titus is kind of already dead, right? So the fact that he gets the 4 sewer rats on the board, and then the sewer rats also spawn 2 tokens each, is just... Oh, disgusting. I wonder if he keeps freezing here. No, he's gonna buy it. I guess he still needs Macaw, huh? Yeah. And then now up for eyes now that he has his Titus. Yeah, I like that. I think that's good logic. Wow, that is a huge mech. Whoa, yeah, you're right. Hey, that is actually bigger than I thought it would be. You're totally right. Now we eat it. Yeah. It's 2 different comps though, right? It doesn't make sense. I was a little curious if he wanted it, but he just doesn't care. That was funny. Man, Macaw is just with vacation, I think, right? Macaw is just chilling. He would like the 2020 for the Titus, I think, but the money is really awkward. He could cycle 1 Scarab, or he could sell his Zarjira, but both of those sound kind of bad. Because you probably want to do Wind Fury. Well, I guess you don't need Wind Fury. You just need Reborn Macaw. Macaw shouldn't survive, right? I think. I mean, you could get lucky. You could smack into a Rylak or something. Okay. All right, here we go. Man, am I glad that I chose to watch this one. There's a Rylag, by the way. But that's gonna get buffed, yeah. It looks so harmless, XQN's board. There's like 2 mana sabers. Like, how good can that be? He did keep Zarjira, even though damage cap is off, so that is slightly greedier, but his module is so good. Here's a Wind Fury, though. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got to get rid of that Zarjira. Are we fine? That's a lot of numbers on the opponent's board. I don't think we're fine, chat. I don't think we're fine. Oh, that Wind Fury, man. Right in the nuts. Smacked right in the nuts. Oh my god. Am I getting baited? Are we dying? It's the end of the video. No, okay. I was just like, what? What's going on? Because I had that once. I was watching a Sliders game. I was like, man, I wonder how he's going to get out of this. And then he takes lethal. Ah, I guess he's not. Alright, we killed the Rylag. And then the Queensguard lives. Oh, but we get more summons here. Right. Yeah, Queen. 4K? Bro! Dude, he almost cleaned after that. Jesus. Right, I mean, he has a Titus the whole time, right? He has a Titus the whole time. He got the 4K without the golden Titus. I mean, yeah. Reborn on the module. Oh, dude, I am learning some shit here. Wow, that is so good. Another Sewer Lord? The Mana Sabers do make shields. Ooh, copy the money. Alright, looks like we are playing double Reborn Sewer Lord. I like that. I liked it a lot. Okay, man, that is the tech, huh? That is the tech. Okay, he's playing around blaster stuff. That's what that's Azerite is for. He doesn't want blaster to kill his mana saber and potentially even Titus later. He's just rolling for Macaw. He's rolled like 4 or 5 Scarabs, but 0 Macaws. It's actually quite funny. Alright. Buff the Titus. Pants is Argira, just so he doesn't get unlucky. Okay. So he's holding the other Sewer Lord right now because he wants to be able to cycle the Scarab next turn, but he can probably sell the Zarjira anyway. But I guess it just gives him slightly more flexibility. Because as long as his Golden Titus doesn't get instantly killed like last fight, he's going to be okay. Especially against the Ghost. And he's got Reborn on the Magnetic, and he has... he taunted his Zarjira too. So it's so incredibly likely that he's going to be fine. Oh, look at that chat. It's so satisfying to watch. Dude, Golden Titus with the Death Rattle quest and frogs. Oh, that is so disgusting. All right, top 3. So still 2 fights. We got a Tiger Shark to maybe hit Macaw. Oh, there it is. Wait, he can copy that. He can copy that. He can make it Wind Fury and Reborn and just copy it. And then it has all the keywords. He doesn't have to Wind Fury it, but I kind of like it just in case, right? Maybe it survives after it gets a bunch of frog stacks or something. Oh, he's actually just buying and freezing and waiting to golden it next turn. That's interesting. I wasn't sure that was going to be good enough. I thought he maybe just would want 2, but I guess if he goldens it, he can run... He can run the Reborn Sewer Lord as well, right? Because now he can sell... He can sell Zarjira next turn, and then he's going to have Golden Macaw plus Sewer Lord, yeah. Okay, cool. Man, this is so nice. I would say the biggest takeaway for me is that this module deserves a space on the endgame board. The Reborn Divine Shield. Ooh, the Sindore is so bad for us. Okay, that's a good hit. Yeah, see, the problem is that module now stays on the board. Because the Taunt is gone. No Reborn either. Here comes a Wind Fury. Oh no, wait, that's taunted. It's perfect. It's got 5k, but it's fine. Because we have Golden Titus. It's actually insane how you can say, oh, that's only a 5k, 5k. That's not a problem. Look at how big this gets, bro. 3,000 Surat, 5,000. The Surats are as big as the AFK's biggest Naga. And it would get several times larger. It's just all about, can I guarantee good combat? So this is how XQN... Ooh, he hit the Stitch too for the last fight. Let's see how he uses that one, chat. Is that just Leapfrog? I mean, that would make sense, probably. That's sort of the... Even as Taunt? Probably one Taunt, right? For the Stitch. Let's see what he does here, how he's going to optimize this. But what I was saying earlier was that if all that matters is just to guarantee good combat, a Divine Shield with Taunt Reborn is insane. Right? That's about as good as it gets in terms of blocking your opponent from sniping the things. Okay. He's going to run the Stitch, right? Because he's making board space. He's got another 20/20 for this Reborn Sewer, I'm assuming. Yeah, there's Beetle Spell, but Beetle Spell is weird if you need more board space for Stitch, which he does. He does need 20/20 to Sewer, taunt the Stitch. Yeah, buff the Titus, why not? Alright, so what happens here? Because the Macaw still goes off on the Frog, right? Because the Frog reborns. Hey, Hazmat, thank you very much for the full year. Welcome back. What does the module do here? I don't get it. So it's Taunt, and then it loses the shield, and then it's Taunt again, and then it dies, and then it's Taunt again, and then it loses the shield, and then it's Taunt again. So the module's text is, I block 4 attacks from your opponent. And that's very, 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 very good text if you have a Golden Titus that you need to keep alive as long as possible. Frog. Yeah, if you can avoid the Stitch dying here, it's actually quite good. Well, actually, it's kind of the same. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay, these hits are great because now Macaw triggers on the Frog again. And then if he kills Frog, he gets like 2 more Frogs from Stitch. These hits are so good. Oh, these hits are scripted. I don't think it matters because we have Golden Titus, but look at this, chat. Like, even if the Titus gets sniped immediately, it's already over. And it's not. Oh, it's not getting sniped instantly. Oh, look at that. No Golden Frog, yeah. I mean, Golden Frog would have been nice, but... Just look at the numbers, chat. Just look at the numbers here. It's going to be an obscene amount. This is also the perfect opponent to have fun with, because he's big enough that he can kill your stuff. Alright. Something died out of order, but it doesn't matter. What are we up to? 9,500? Yeah, things are not dying anymore. Damn. Damn it. Only 9,500 damage tokens, guys. Not that big. Unbelievable. Well, man, am I happy we watched this one. Very, very cool. Insane frog game with 2 death rattle quests. Oh, that's a short. Oh, you made a short about it. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go check that out. I mean, I'll do that afterwards. Let me first link the video to you guys. There you go, guys. If you want to hear XQN's original thoughts, you know, give him a like, subscribe. Very, very nice. That was super fun. We can overcap on stats. That's more with Hawkstrider, I think. Or how did Jeef overflow again? I think Jeef did it with Hawkstrider? Yeah. Alright, give us a second here, chat. Always shocked at how crazy the numbers get with Leap. Yeah, it's because again, I talked about this before, where the human brain wasn't meant to understand like multiplying at a scale like what that looks like. But if you have like 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, our brain can do that, right? And we understand roughly what that's going to look like. But when you do multiplying and you do 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, that doesn't sound like it should be a crazy big number yet, because after all, it's only 2, right? So times, but like do that on a calculator and it's so big so fast. But that's what happens with leapers, right? Chief did it with Sneedbuddy. Oh, okay. You have that here, right? So 2 times 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. It's just so big so fast, right? It started at 2. How could it be 32,000 already? Now it's 65,000. Now it's over 100,000. Whereas if you do 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, by the time you get here, it's like it takes so long. Yeah. It's just a different way of thinking about stuff. That's why Frog, it just surprises every time. Like, you don't really get surprised because you've seen it before, but it doesn't feel intuitive, I guess. That's it. You know you can expect stupid big numbers because you've just seen it in the past. All right, cool, guys. Let me see. I've got another 2 hours, roughly. Still need the Titus? Yeah, but he had the thing without it, right? Yeah. He had the quest. That made it so cool. I think I'll play a game in between. I don't think I'm going to chain reviews. So.
The cataclysm is upon you.
All right, here we go, chat. Let's hope I'm a little bit more warmed up, but like I said, my brain is very much rusty from holiday. I'm gonna say this once, like before the game, and then you guys hopefully fill in anyone that joins during the game. The reason why the number is 300 is this is Twitch chat. This is the account that I play on to warm up. So the actual MMR is gonna be 8,000. The internal MMR. So the lobbies that I'm playing in are pretty much exactly the same as on my main account, which is around 10,000. So 8K or 10K will get very, very similar lobbies. So yeah, so when people ask like, hey, what's up with the account? Like, I'm not going to reply to it too much during the game, but now you guys know. I don't think I want to play Hook Dusk if I don't have the Murloc or the Pirates. I always like Varden. Hey, Clover. Thank you so much for the 58. Welcome back. Was there a sub earlier that I missed? No, Hazmat. Okay, cool. Got it. Thanks, guys.
fresh opponents. Are you ready?
Low. I might just take a seer with this thing.
That one might make all the difference.
Does Blizzard give both of your accounts a battle pass? They didn't used to, but this season they did. Well, I think I've only gotten the battle pass like for 3 seasons or so. I think it's been roughly a year since they banned it in Belgium. So the first 2 times they didn't. Now they did.
Battle, friend.
It was actually very kind. I don't know if it was just like, hey, here's an extra code, or if they actually caught me just complaining.
Keep up the pressure.
If I hadn't played it, it could be interesting, but I don't think I care. Yeah, I don't want it.
I think you can win this thing.
It does look a little bit weird if one of the biggest players of your game doesn't have the battle pass. So it's also probably good for them that I play with it. So one guy AFK'd. AFKing on Morchi, what a waste. He might have just crashed. This is for next turn, right? I kind of like Lava Lurker then. Just opens up high rolling Reef. The scout, that I think it takes too long. Thank you, Fire. Appreciate it.
You're doing great out there.
Yeah, it's so much better for content if you can take fun heroes.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Okay, I guess I'll just play a bit slower.
The lava flows and
That one might make all the difference.
I could freeze oil. That'd be hilarious. I think I'm good on tempo, so... But then again, am I gonna win next game guaranteed? The 2 of these? Maybe not. Triple and oiling was not a thing. It's not that it's not a thing, but it is a thing compared to a better thing. Like Eternal Night pair is like kind of disgusting. I don't think I'm going to freeze. I think I'd rather pick up Reefer for just be really strong. Rather just keep my health high. I don't know, it's kind of close.
You're doing great out there.
Aw, damn. 36%. Take 3.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
I think I'll freeze the chef's choice. Next turn level chef. 2 undead, 2 Nagas. Okay. So I've got Scout here, which means next turn I could level, sell, chef. Or I could just buy a trinket that costs money. We'll see. But Eternal Night is just such a strong 2-drop now. +4/+2 is just, it's very, very high. Like, just compare that to tripling the Seer and getting 1 3-drop. So you get the oil, you get 1 3-drop, compared to 2 12/6s that grow +4/+2 every round.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Assuming they lose, they die, right? If they don't die, then whatever. Let's get it. Am I losing? Damn. I got the bad hits and I lost. No! Got scammed twice, Chad. I said that's a good hit because my knight dies, but I still lost the fight. Is there some sick fish action I can do here? I probably want to end up in Elemental from here. It's probably just Worn Treasure Map then. Do some tier 5 shenanigans.
I've got some
Our
fresh
level.
recruits for you.
Might target the Naga. The Chef Choice Naga is really good on 4. Actually, there's no demons, right? Sure.
Let the storm get
Spellcraft Plate from hand is perma. Okay. Still like this going here. So this is a ghost. We win this round. Oh, he's actually not full ghost. He was AFK and now he's recovering. Okay. Still pretty likely that we don't take damage and we can just go to 5. And then I'll have 20 gold to spend on tier 5.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Yeah. So he just disconnected. That's unfortunate. Full shield though. Oh. He's alive. Okay, good for you. Not that I have much play from there. Like, oh, I'm on 1. Nice.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
I don't even think I go for the hands, but I'm not 100% sure. If I have 20 gold to unleash next turn, it feels like I can do better than just spending 6 gold to reborn 2 knights that I'm probably selling soon. But this would be a very tough shop because honestly, I think if just like a, let's say like a 6k player or 5k player would ask me, should I buy this? I honestly think the answer is not bad if you say yes. And stay on tier 4 for this turn, right? So you just buy the prosthetic hands, you put it on the knights, you stay on tier 4. It's very strong, it's very stable, then you go to 5. Keep the knights a bit longer. I don't think that would be bad at all. But if you can survive without it, it's better to not waste the gold on it than to go to tier 5 a turn earlier. And I think, given my position, I can survive without it. So I'm gonna try to shave off an entire turn where I'm on tier 5 earlier. And I just move straight towards something that has more scaling than this. Depends on your health. Yeah. There are situations where I would buy this. Everything is contextual, right, in this game, so within the context of this game, I'm not picking these up.
You're doing great out there.
Uh-oh. okay. I thought like, damn, am I taking damage? Alright, nice. We both go to 5. We both take no damage. Morchi died. Double Titus.
Okay, we all hit some bumps now and then.
I don't think so. I think I'd still prefer to go Bran here. I think you roll and you see something useful coming your way. That's sort of interesting, I guess. I can play around with Varden here, but I think I'd just rather do this. Thank you. I just level now. I think I level now. I have a summoner. It's kind of illegal.
Now we are in business.
What do I not want? Ugh, I'm gonna get an undead trinket right now.
I like where you're going with this.
Oh, Rylak, nice. Buy Tycoon here? Do I not care? Oh,
Keep
shit.
up the momentum.
I thought I unfroze instead of froze, but that's fine. See, because I didn't buy the Reborns, I now have a Bran and a Rylak on my board. Like, that's a good example of we're just way faster now. And that trinkets. I think if I have Bran, Rylak, Anomaly, I don't care. Wow. What a toxic Lich King board. I'm actually really strong here. But Fish, Leroy, double automaton. You got me, sir. I'm very strong though for turn 8. Double knight with summoner. Get a tier 5 every turn. Hope for a battle cry. There's not really battle cries though, because I need a type. I don't want the others. That's money. I'll take money. Good enough.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Next move.
Yeah, I'm gonna push into this. Oh my good. I don't think I keep this. It seems greedy. What do I need? Shop buffer, man. Just money. Oh wow, that's good.
The future is now.
There is power in the land itself.
Free the flames! Free the flames!
Okay. So lots of rolls here. And then hopefully we just get a really good
Think you can win
turn
this thing.
where we set up the ley line a bit better. Damn, bro. Damn. Alright, that sucks. Our matchmaking was really bad. If I can avoid damage cap here, it's great. But... nope. That's hero power, yeah. I mean, I will settle for an armor. Or a ghost. Ghost is fine.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Could target this. I'm finding a ghost. I don't think so. So I have a lot of money here, right? Not gonna macaw.
A good tactical choice.
Actually, selling the minion was better.
Here's a gold for the trouble. It's good to get some minions in play. You're down a minion and up a gold.
She sells seashells.
I also had this guy that I could sell. Whoops.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Yeah, I think I messed up a little bit.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Yeah, I should have actually been way bigger here. Oh no. Why did I not do my summoning?
You can get a triple.
There is power in the land itself. There is power in the land itself.
Have a good battle, friend.
I don't think I need to farm more of these. Nice. So many rolls here. Just ending on 2 sky golems was good enough. No, Azurite, yeah, we need shot buff. An armor, and we're also fine probably, because then I have an extra turn. Because an armor means I have one more turn to play with other stuff.
Your minions really pulled their
Alright, I missed the guy. That's fine.
Now for our next move. The future is now.
I don't think I'm buying that. 23 rolls.
No one expects me.
I'm just buying one Belinda. I don't think I need both right now. I still need armor. Azurite. I'm not doing that one.
better hire a recruit while you can.
If I hit the robot in the shop, maybe I just unleash here. Maybe Eternal Knight is good enough. Yeah, I'm not going to do much better than Eternal Knight.
Do you take me for an ordinary mage?
The future is now.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
8 rolls. No armor. It's kind of crazy how we got this level of buffs. So. That was vacation. It was great. Thank you. Oh, 62 to die. Oops. So many rolls though, and not a single Azurite. That's a bit annoying. Uh-oh. That's the hit where I die, right? Yep. GG. Did I ever play duo? Rarely. That was fun though. It was a fun game. I don't think I played it very well, but it was fun. Usually having to roll for a key card means you did something wrong. So you should basically, when you're in this position, you should ask yourself, what did I do wrong that put me in a position where I needed to hit a card in order to do something? Very likely the answer was you needed to play something else until you found a card. So I needed to do a different strategy here. I needed to use the rerolls to play then something else. Just probably a mistake there to pick up like ley lines and stuff. I think I needed to play Queensguard this game. I saw Queensguard, right? I think the anomaly with the Rylak is very good because it gives me rolls. I think Leyline I probably shouldn't have even bought because Leyline does nothing if you don't have Azurite. So the mistake I made this game was not going Queensguard because I definitely tripled into one and I think I also rolled one or two. So I should have had Queensguard with Golden Bran and Golden Rylak. But almost, you know, maybe not almost everyone, but most people that are in this position will just say, oh my god, it's so unlucky. How can I not find the Azurite? It's just like, well, I mean, it's because you made mistakes, right? You passed several Elementals? Yeah, that's even worse. Elemental will never get you big enough. That's like, yeah. That's the deadliest of mistakes. Buying the Elementals there is wasting your gold, right? Because then you are not doing one, but you're also not doing the other. So if you're gonna do shop buff, don't buy Elementals for 2 gold each. That's like horrible because you'll never get big enough for it to matter. It's buying trash. Yeah, it's the cardinal sin of Battlegrounds. It's buying trash. So it's much better to roll for the Azurite than to buy Elementals. Because if you waste your money on the Elementals, then you're like even less likely to find the Azurite. And without the Azurite, you have no future, right? You cannot keep up with other people scaling if you're just buying Elementals. So it's like, that's the worst. Don't do that. That's like the worst one. But I think even better than just rolling for Azurite is playing Queensguard. Meditative every turn. I'm not getting a meditative every turn. I'm getting the other one that gives you a Naga. Alright, give us a sec and we'll look at an Oliesh game. Alright. I think I can relog. Oh. Oof. Ooh. All right, let's have a look at that game. All right, guys, we're gonna watch an Oliash game. Oh, that's me. Or rather, that's not me. Here he is. He's playing a challenge round this game. On the red quality. So the title of the video is Top 1 on Tier 1. So let's have a look, shall we? That is already, that sounds very promising, I guess, right? So very different title. But we can see that he takes tests. So the self-imposed challenge that he has for this game is that he's just going to use tests to steal from the opponents. And he's going to stay on tier 1 the whole game. And he's going to see if he can win a game like that. So very, very interesting. That probably means that Trog is one of the best buys, because I think the main thing he needs to solve is how is he going to not die until he has something that he can steal. Because that is the biggest thing, right? Because this is a very common thing that people say with tests, not about tier 1, but it's like, oh, just stay low tier and steal from the opponents. But quite often that is not possible, where you're not going to find someone in the right time that does the perfect thing. So just being strong and then leveling is usually quite a bit better. So it looks like Millhouse had an apples on turn 1. That's nice. He doesn't take damage. Needs to high roll, get a tier 7. I mean, I think Trinkets does a lot. Sorry, 1 second. Hey Vistic, keep the chat in English, please. Hey Blazing. All right, so he's got that coin on turn 2. He's got double proc for his Trog, so I'm guessing Trog is going to be like a pretty big part of trying to stay alive early. That's the best hero for the tier 2. Oh, yeah. It's the only reason he's doing this. I think if you're not Tess, then yeah. This is actually very funny. This is actually so annoying. Disgusting. Are we just rolling or what? Nice hero powering. Sure. He gets another one. Sure. Does he get that one too? No, he can't, right? He's seeing like, what can I triple into? What mighty 2-drop can I triple into? That is so funny. The Trog should trigger here, right? Yeah. Oh, wow. Funny. Freezing is triple. Yeah, the whole game changes so much. So again, for those of you just joining, Oliash is playing a challenge run where he cannot level to tier 2 and beyond, of course. So he's going to stay on tier 1 the whole game. At least that was the title of the video, right? So he's going to stay on tier 1 the whole game. And he's just hoping to fight people that have good boards that he can steal from to then build his own board. But this is just like negative, right? This is not some hidden test strategy. He's basically just shooting himself in the foot and seeing if he can get away with it. The lobby must be so confused, yeah. So this is like that, we reviewed another challenge video. It wasn't from Oliash. It was from Extra Greasy. And he made a challenge run that he couldn't buy any minions. Yeah. That was a fun one to review as well. That one's on the channel as well, by the way. I think if you just look for can't buy minion challenge or winning without minions or something along those lines. That was a very fun game to review as well. He's got extra spell power now. I guess he could buy some tier 1 spells. He could steal ballers to stabilize a bit. I don't know. Like, the thing is, he can't really spend his money on the shop, so hero powering will almost always be better, right? How did he do it? By playing cards like Chef's Choice, he generated minions. But he did not buy a single minion. But he did like 40 tries or something. It took him a very long time. You have to get very lucky and you have to have the right hero power and stuff. Yeah, you removed the ban. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so you linked it, right? I'll repost it. So Oliesh in the tank here. He will buy extra money. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, he's setting up for a bigger steal, right? What happens in the challenge if you're not offered tests? Well, I don't think he is doing it outside of a steal hero. Well, we did see that his previous hero, if you look on this recap, his previous hero was Sylvanas. So maybe he did do it as Sylvanas. He tried. I don't know. No, he got first place, right? I think he's just doing it every time he's offered tests. He's just like, oh, let's just try. So I don't think he's doing like a challenge run where he says, oh, I have to play without leveling. But I think he's doing a thing where every time he's offered tests, he just tries this. He's like, for the content. I was like, yes, yes, indeed, for the content. Now that is a man of the people, chat. That is a man of the people. All right, we've got a lot of money. Let's see what he gets here. I think it's got to be the vouchers, right? Coupon vacances? Coupon vacances? Yeah. I don't think there's, I mean, money doesn't do anything on tier 1. The alliance chain, the keychain doesn't make sense either. Yeah. I feel like it's got to be the trip vouchers. I just don't see any use for the others. Well, I guess he can buy the thing where spells are cheaper, and then he can just like buy spells and buff his board, but that's so miserable. Thank you. Okay. Merci. Yeah. I'm just reading what's there. Reading and like having a conversation are two very different things. He stays on tier 1. What's that? So I'll repeat it a few times, but this is a challenge run. So the whole point of this particular game is that he's trying to win the game while staying on tier 1. Okay, he's not going to go for his Trog pair. I thought Trog was going to be like a bigger part of the early game. +4, +1. Let's go. Wait, honestly, the dragon was fine, right? The one that gets shields. That's so funny. It's just like pointy arrow, go. Keep me alive, pointy arrow. Oops. Lasso's nice for any hero power. It's okay, yeah. Okay, he still doesn't really have much here. He's got a shop buffer. Is Goblin Wallet slow? No, Wallet is great, but he's doing a challenge where he's on tier 1. Having more money on tier 1 is very low value. He would do much better if he just trip vouchers into something like Mishmash or something, where at least he can gain some stats that way. He needs a way to get stronger, because right now his best way is buying tier 1 spells from what he's shown us so far. He's been buying tier 1 spells. He is really, what he's waiting for is for someone to feed him an engine, right? He's looking for someone to feed him spell power. What else is in this lobby? Azurite Belinda, right? Something like that. Okay, he's gonna triple, get extra money. That's fair. He could buy the shop buffer here, I guess. I guess he could have lassoed in. Yeah. He's got ballers, right? Maybe ballers. Money on tier 1 could be good for Wrathguard Conqueror. Demons are in, yep. He could just be fed the demon package. Ooh. Are we just going to cycle some ballers here, or are we not going to care? Yeah, it looks like we are. Alright, here we go. Finally some balls. The challenge gets easier when someone picks Bran. Well, then you got Bran with tier 1 battle cries. Remember, Bran is a lot worse if you're not rolling battle cries. Yeah, this guy doesn't really have anything either. Man, we're not taking damage though, right? He was successful in building up his board a little bit. I do think this is actually lower MMR. I don't know what MMR his account is at. He is gaining 300, right, for a win, but so there is the mishmash thing I talked about, which is pretty good. He's got a golden dragon, which doesn't do anything. He's got free spells, which doesn't do anything. But he's looking at poets. I guess if he's trying to get first place, poet is like the gamble that you get ring bearer, right? Somebody feeds you ring bearer. Because mishmash is stronger right now, but you're only really feeding it bananas and pointy arrows and stuff, so it's not that good. So I think I think you might actually just go poet, because if the challenge is I have to get first, then you have to play reckless from this position, right? Because he's going to be so handicapped already because he can't go to 5 and just buy Bran and stuff. Yeah, so he's probably going to get a Wrathguard or a Ringbearer at some point. Let's see what the Millhouse has this fight. Oh, he has the tier 3 dragon for tempo. Yeah, that's true. He's banking this gambler, which is great. He's just waiting to get better value. Oh, this was the trip vouchers one. Oh, right. This was the trip vouchers one. That's really good. We're selling the baller this turn, right? To try and stay alive. There's no way we're holding the snowballer, right? What? Bro. I mean, that's 3 health on all minions for 1 gold. I don't know, man. Well, I mean, fair point, I guess. So this guy has Nala. Nala with spells in hand, yeah. Okay, so he probably assumed that there was no way he was going to win. So then he just keeps the baller to save economy. In that regard, it's obviously better, yeah. Oliesh 1 step ahead of me, chat. He knew I was taking 15 every time. So just saving his money. Bran. Oh, wait. The timepiece. You get half your damage as health, right? And he has poets. Wait, that's great. That's perma scaling. So at the start of the combat, half of the attack your dragons have becomes health, and then it's perma because of poet. Now, that doesn't really work with the Nala. He just has available because he wants... but I mean, you have to take that, right? And you're ultimately going to get a more dragon board and you just use the Nala for a little bit. Bran doesn't make sense on tier 1. The Mishmash is not... like, the Mishmash is okay. Well, he has Nala. It's more than okay. Yeah, there we go. Go for the greed, my man. There we go. That's I like that. Now, I don't think you could fault him if he goes Mishmash with Nala. But I think, again, if he's going for first place, Poet plus Timepiece seems like the way to go. Just like really good. Back in the day, you could win a lobby with Daryl with Righteous Protector staying on 1. God, yeah. The game changed a lot. I think for the better, though. I don't think that it was like very exciting to play tier 1 Daryl or tier 2 Daryl. Divine Shield gem not working on Mishmash is a bug, right? I have not seen it. I assume it is a bug then. Alright, so now he wants types and dragons. Types and dragons, types and dragons. So he's got a Murloc and a dragon in the shop, so I guess that's pretty okay to buy. I'll just buy some spells. And coin, taunt the Nala, I guess. And then whee! Alright. Nala tempo to survive. So somebody fed him Nala. Excellent. I mean, one amalgam tour group is... Well, wait. I was gonna say it's great. I think he still wants it though, right? But he doesn't buy high tier minions, so... Like, the tour group is not getting buffed. It's only getting buffed if he steals higher tier minions. Oh, he gets a tie. That's so good. That's so clean. Well, what else is he spending his gold on? He's stuck on tier 1, right? Yeah, he's stuck on 1. He's probably just gonna buy the tour group. But the bronze timepiece is great. Because normally it's just like, okay, and maybe you have a poet and you can keep two, you know, 2 of them become permanent. But he has Time Warp Poet. Excuse me. That's a massive eye roll. He just gets types, buffs the dragons with types, and scale with bronze. I mean, I think the end goal is probably... Well, he has no spell power for Ring Bearer. Wait. Oh, wait. He had no spell power for Ring Bearer. Wait. Yeah. No, I think he's probably just waiting until someone has a Ring Bearer. Because I like the... Like, he has to buy the 6-drop anyway. Because it doesn't make sense not to. Because alternatively, you roll 1-drops, right? Well, I guess you could technically just buy spells. But we like the spell power a lot, I would say. Excuse me. All right, let me have a look at chat. What's going on here? Oh, hey, thank you so much, Urso. My French is comme ci, comme ça. Okay, he's not going to buy it. Wow, okay. So, deliberated it for a while. He's only getting +1/+1. Yeah, it is an extra type, but I think this is fair. So, essentially, he did not go for the 1 amalgam tour group because it would not really buff his board, the effect, because he's not running 1-drops. And if he just rolls for spells, he gets more tempo now. Oh! Oh. Okay, finally, chat. My god. Have we been waiting? Long have we waited? Something debated. I don't know exactly what the copy pasta was again, but... Now he has Broodmothers as well. I think we found the turning point. Yeah, he struck the mother load here. This is the guy. The guy he's been waiting for. Now, the problem is that this guy is just gonna smack us for 15. And... Well, wait, is this spell power? Is he spell power scaling? I don't think he's spell power scaling. That might be the difference, right? Because normally if you're Tess and you steal from someone, you're just a worse version... worse version than them. God, my English is... Yeah. I didn't speak English for a week, so I'm lagging behind a bit. Either way, the difference is that Oliesh has been building spell power. So with the extra spell power scaling, he can catch up. Also, he has Time Warp Poet. I don't think the other guy had Time Warp Poet. Yeah, that's a regular poet. Okay. Oh. Yeah, what can he fit here? Honestly, the Golden Whelp is still very nice, right? Those damn virgins, yeah. That was funny. That was, I'll admit it, that was funny. Probably wanna, I was gonna say, probably wanna play Ring Bearer before we cast the spell just to get the Nala buff, but, or Nala buff rather. Oh, he's trying to get the spell power there. Okay. Oh, he's not buying it? Oh, he's selling Nala. Okay. Yep, yep, yep. Cool. Clean. Clean. So now he's got golden... now he's got golden whelp with double broodmother. And then perma buffs. The positioning he has right now means that his Spellfire just dies, right? I don't think I love this positioning. Urgent question. I'll address it after this game. Right. Sorry, I thought this was edited. I was just waiting, but fixes in post. This is turn 11. Here come the elemental boys, though. It feels like he's getting there, but wait, the percentages were updating the whole time. You guys see this? It's like calculating more in real time. I was like, he's got a snake. He's got a snake. Ooh, nice. Yeah, double ring bearer is so nice. Okay, well, he hit the poison. These are good hits, right? I think we're already fine. Dude, this is actually such a high roll. He has bronze timepiece and time warp poet, and now double ring bearer. Ooh, got the tie, got the tie. Look at his stats now. He's gonna be so fat, chat. He's gonna have so much health. Fat board. So he's just checking here what the other people have. How likely is it that he's going to steal something good? Name of the tracker? I use Hearthstone deck tracker. You can just use !mark tracker in the chat. Yeah, this is actually so painful. He's just rolling it down for taunt, I guess. Because nothing else matters. And nothing else matters. Let me skip ahead a little bit here. Why is he on 1? This is a challenge for fun. Oh, ooh, he's got the Maelstrom now too. And the triple, so he actually has enough board space. He's also got another spell power here too. I'm guessing you still want to run that, but man, what do you cut? Because he needs to play Maelstrom, which is okay because he's got a board space after he triples the Ring Bearer. But then if he wants to play the other spell power dude, he's short of board slots, so maybe you have to hold that one in your hand. There's also a Meditate if he can cycle, which seems great. Hello there, Asin. Yeah, his dragons are going to be so healthy because of the bronze timepiece. So the bronze timepiece at the start of the combat, it's taking half of your attack and it's adding it as health to your board. But because he has time or poet, it's all permanent. It's so good. And then of course the ring bearer gives him additional stats permanently as well because of the poet. Like it's so good. All right, so he's got the spell power from the meditative. I'd be shocked if we're not gonna cycle that too. I mean, we definitely need the 2/7, yeah. Yeah, he's looking at the spell power if he can fit it on the board here. I think, you know, before seeing what he does, I think what I would like is cycle meditative, put the Fellfire in the hand, and just run the Maelstrom. Because I don't think I want to get rid of this golden whelp. It just seems so good when you have the golden ring bearer. And I think I just try to get the... Oh, wow. Wait, what? Okay. Kick weight. So totally different from what I would have done. I was just going to sell one here. And then cycle and then end on the other one. So valuing the spell power more than the... Yeah, okay, I can see it. In the long run, if he gets a spell power online, it is good. And then he cycles this minion as well? He could cycle a Queen's Guard, yeah, to keep his damage cap. There we go. Yeah, I guess a taunted golden whelp is so nice. Alright, so he does have the extra spell power now. He doesn't get to steal anything here, right? That hurts. I guess you don't necessarily need Broodmother if you don't run Titus. I'm probably giving the Broodmother a little bit too much respect without Titus on the board. Because with Golden Ringbearer it is good, but it's not that good. It might not even die, right? Like it does now. If it doesn't die, like, ugh. Evoker? Evoker is, I guess, not bad. Wait, does he cast enough rings? If he plays Evoker, what does he cut, though? Like, you'd cut... Because I like Spell Power more than I like Evoker, I think. Because all the shiny rings are permanent, right? So you want to make the shiny rings better. You don't want to get more shiny rings, necessarily. So I wouldn't cut Spell Power for Evoker. So if you're gonna cut something, you'd have to cut the Broodmother. I don't like that. I think I'd rather just get more shiny ring procs than Evoker. Roll for taunt. I love how his turns are like where he doesn't steal, it's just roll for taunt. It's hilarious. Now that is high engaging gameplay, chat. I still think it's fun to watch this game because how often do you get to... I mean, I've literally never seen it, right? I've not seen someone deliberately staying on one to try and win. We have seen this in the past with anomalies, but that's like a different story because you used to have an anomaly where instead of triple rewards, you would get Dark Moon Fair prizes, and people stayed on tier 1 to triple stuff back when 1 had a lot of economy. Elemental was a 1-drop at one point, for instance. So people would just like force triples on tier 1, and then you would get Dark Moon prizes, and the board was basically all just Agent Braggart at the end, where you would pick him up and buff him and shield him, and you would have a Braggart and you would triple the Braggart, and the stats would get copied by another Braggart, and those Braggarts would triple and then double the stats again, and yeah. It was a pretty degenerate meta. But I haven't seen anyone like purposefully nerfing themselves. Yeah, the health here is pretty nice. There's so much. Oh, he finally found the taunt, by the way. Okay, thank God. 1,500. Yeah, the one downside is that the Maelstrom is not a dragon. Oh, bro, I'm just like yapping here, not even paying attention to what he's got. Wait. How much of this can hit the board, though? I guess you could cut a Spell Power Dragon for another Ring Bearer now. But he's on 17, and this person also has a Spell Power. So you could technically lose but not die, and then your board is insane. But you are on 17, and this is the last person, so cap is off. I kind of like just double buy and hold. But maybe that is just like greedy and lazy and stupid. I don't know. Let's see what he feels like. I guess you could do the math, right? If you run the shiny ring on the board, you're definitely stronger than if you keep the dragon, right? He's gonna get 10 health per ring. How many extra rings does he get then? Yeah. But I don't think it's big enough to matter. So I think I would hold. Because you get the triple next turn. So I think you just hope that if you lose, you don't die. And the next turn is just silly good. Buy another taunt. Yeah, just to protect this Maelstrom. Oh, he has the secret guy. I wonder if it was better to just make a Cobra. Oh, big snipe. So the opponent does have Titus, but no whelps. Man. This is such a unique thing. I've never had Time Warp Poets plus the timepiece. That's something that I definitely want to try. It's why I just love taking trip vouchers and souvenir stand. I think those are just so much more fun. My god, he did it, Chad. Un seul serviteur pour la finale. Alright, so he just played a single horse. He went full horse, chat. Never go full horse. Alright. Alright, that was cool. Let me I'll share the video with you guys if you wanna give Oliash some love here. Cobra would have been eaten by whelps. Well, there's no Titus, so not necessarily. Definitely not necessarily. Okay, here we are. All right, what's going on in chat? We have a look. Right, it was a question about the chicken earlier, but it was like felt like a troll question. Is it better for weight loss to go? I mean, there's too many variables there, right? Like, what are you gonna have with the chicken? What kind of chicken is it? Is gonna be a lot of fat on the chicken or not? What else have you had to eat this day, right? It's just like there's so much. But in general, you can simplify it a lot, right? You don't have to boil it down to should I have chicken now or not. I think just like the very basic is similar to how Jeef said, don't buy trash, don't eat trash either. So try to eat mainly single ingredient things. Now that's not like that's not a like, oh, if it has 2 ingredients I can't eat it, of course, right? But it's more like the mindset around it. Like if you can grab the label and it's like super small, lots of shit typed there, you just go like, nope, just put it back. Be like, ah, look, this is a potato. Nice. All right, let's do that. And this is, oh, this is broccoli or spinach, or, you know, I like those too. Like, ah, this is chicken, right? And it's like, okay, cool. There you go. That's my meal. And of course, there's tons of nuances, right? Because when I say that, people are like, oh, you can overeat on potatoes. Like, you definitely can. But it's all about, you have to start somewhere. So if you want to teach anyone about anything, really, what you don't want to do at the beginning is overwhelm and say like, well, there's this, and then there's this exception here, and you go, this, and then really you get to look like, I have the same thing with Battlegrounds. I don't love to it used to be difficult for me to give advice because it was also it depends. And then now I just try to be like, okay, I'm going to ignore all the exceptions and I'm just going to say what works a lot of the time is this. So over time I just started saying that, and the same thing when I make guides. It's just like I could just give nuance after nuance after nuance, but that's not going to help you that much in the beginning. So I think like one of the best pieces of advice if you want to do weight loss is like start just eating real food, because that is already gonna help you not eat too much, because a lot of food that you consume these days is designed to be hyper palatable, which is going to just increase the chance that you overeat. Especially if you combine sugars and fats, it will give you that urge to continue eating. It's essentially a evolutionary drive to not die, right? Because like back when you were actually gathering and hunting your food was not guaranteed. So if there were sweet or fat things available, you gotta like get it while the getting is good, and then you need to get fat for the winter so that on the days where there was nothing to eat, you're gonna be okay, right? So if you have that idea, be like, oh, it's just my brain telling me that I need to get fat for the winter. Be like, oh wait, in the winter I also have access to food, and I'm likely going to consume that food during the winter. Therefore, I actually don't have to get fat for the winter. So if you can sort of have that reminder, it just helps you be like, oh, this is just my brain. This is just evolutionary instinct. Now, in the moment, that's not going to help too much, but I found that it helped me quite a bit when I was just thinking about it. Be like, oh, I don't need these things. First time I watch you streaming. Want to say the videos are amazing. Hey, thank you so much, Mudluck. I am honestly not feeling great, guys. I'm coming off my vacation. I didn't get that much sleep and stuff, so I think I'm just going to do a little chatting for a little bit. And then I'll see tomorrow. Maybe I can do a short stream here or there, but it's likely going to be the next stream on Thursday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday, because I had to move my dentist appointment to tomorrow, and then I also have another thing in the afternoon, so it's going to be tough to stream. But yeah, I should be here Thursday and then definitely in the weekend as well. But I can do a little bit more chatting. If you guys have questions about Battlegrounds, now I'm here, I have time, we can throw in the nuance. Or just like we just had a food question. But again, I'm not a guru or anything. I can just share you my experience, that's it. Like, I just came off a vacation where I had like all the food, right? So my body right now is also telling me to go get some sugar. Even though I don't even like fully enjoy, like I used to enjoy it more, but so it's easier for me to get off it because I've just done it enough times. And it's also only a week, right? So it's not like I was eating really clean before. Let me get logged in here so we can have a spectate in the background.
My victory spreads to every timeline.
All right, cool. Yeah, I saw that Creepable. That was really cool. I don't know if he's a big fan or just like he sometimes watches a short and I just caught it, but it's very cool. It's very, very cool. It's very nice to see. My favorite era of Battlegrounds. I think we're probably in it. Like, I feel like the game has just gotten better and better. I don't think I look back on previous versions of the game and say, oh, that was so much better. Yeah, I think largely the changes that they made, I agree with. I think it's good.
I really dig that.
Do you plan to hang the plate on the wall at some point? I'm so awful with that, because it's just like, well, then I have to do this, then I have to do that, and then I just never get started. It's because I always think of like there's higher leverage things of my time. That's like, yeah, it's not great. So yes, likely yes. When, I don't know yet. How did becoming a dad change your personality?
I would have adopted them too.
I guess personality change is just like, are you behaving different, right? That's probably a good way to put it. I think the basic thing is kindness, probably kinder. I think that's probably for most people. Belinda out. Poor Belinda. That was Alex. I guess ETC, right? Yeah. Now let me see if there's anything else, because sometimes there's a question is just like the where you broach a subject, right? Where you start on a subject. It doesn't mean like we answered the question next, right? Let's see if there's anything else I can think about. I'll start with this. I like me more now. Right? I think that's valuable, right? It's I don't think that's a given. It definitely wasn't a given for me, so being a dad made me like myself more. Like I like this person more. I have more respect for this person as well. I think that's holy triggers. Did he have Maelstrom on his board? I guess he did. Yeah. Yeah, what I usually tell people is that the difference is purpose, where you feel more it's like your life feels more meaningful in a way. Well, I can speak for myself, my life, right? So that, and it's much easier to be kinder and patient. Oh my, that's so good. Those panpipes, yeah. He's popping off. He do be popping off. What order would you rank each type from weakest to strongest? I'm probably not going to do that because that seems like a whole assignment. But you can check out the comps tab. Here, this is the comps tab.
No doghouse for this one.
Yep, demons. Have you watched Sevil's Golden Trio game? I wanted to watch that today as well, but I'm just not. I'm not gonna chat for too much longer. Holy Golden Zarjira, I didn't even see that. What the fuck? Bro, he's actually just cheating again. He's cheating, chat. What 6-drop does he need? I guess another Groundbreaker Golden, yeah. Yes, Master. Golden's Argira. Sick. Am I a full-time streamer, and if so, how long? Probably 12 years, roughly. I'm not really a full-time streamer, I'm a full-time content creator. I would say that a very, very significant part of my time is YouTube now compared to before. You hate it when Twitch chat tries to give you homework. Oh wait, what happened? You decided you will only buy a small salad chicken. Okay, good luck with that. Good luck. I would say that for weight loss, like being hungry is not like a great strategy, so filling up with protein and vegetables is usually quite good. Again, it's... Oh my god, that's so good. So much ground trigger, bro.
I'll take him for a walk.
Whee!
That one's no dog.
So, sorry. Man, my brain... I'm slow today, guys. I'm sorry. My brain is just like... I'm just watching... I'm getting mesmerized by the Naga stuff. I'm like, ooh. I roll. Alright, so... It's it's usually really hard to do diet if you're hungry all the time. Now, a little hunger I think is okay, and it generally will pass, right? So if you can just sit with it for like 10-20 minutes, it's usually gone. But it helps quite a bit if you... Like, what you eat matters, right? People say, oh, calories in, calories out. And that is true-ish, but it's not true when it comes to how you experience it, right? Because if I would give you... Let's say you're going on a 2,000 calorie diet, right? You being asked to make a tier list. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I talk about other stuff and then I forget. And so if you were to consume 2,000 calories worth of McDonald's, and then I tell you, oh, that's it, you can't have anything else for the day. And then I would tell you, oh, do 2,000 calories worth of, let's say like slow carbs, sweet potato, maybe. You have your vegetables, you have your quality protein. You're going to lose a similar amount of weight probably, right? Because it's, you know, calories in, calories out. But at the same time, man, it's going to suck the feeling you have when you're doing a McDonald's, because you're just going to have, yeah, 2,000 calorie diet. You could only have 14. Do you have some kind of issue? Like, because 2,000 per maintenance is pretty normal. Even slightly above probably if you have any kind of activity. Of course, if you are like overweight and you have to lose weight, then sure, you have to be in a deficit. But 1,400 is aggressive. 1,400 is like very aggressive. You can't do that for like a long time. Issue? Question mark? Yeah, like thyroid or something. Is there anything where your body is just not burning calories? 1.6, yeah, that's not that small, right? 1.6. That's still low. Yeah, I mean, just Google that. That's like not... What I'm saying here is not revolutionary, right? Just like Google, like base, like caloric maintenance level for like man, woman, female. Like it's it's probably not going to spit that out. Let's see. Yeah, on average 16 to 2,400, but that's still 200 below. All right, so you have, okay, so that, but that's different, right? You are deliberately in a deficit. That's different. This is because you could, yeah, okay. But do you have exercise as well? Because maybe I'm just looking at my own experience. I have about like 2,200, 2,300 a day. Well, to be fair, we were talking about diet and weight loss and stuff, so I don't think it's like crazy to not lead with saying that you are in a deficit. It just... I guess when you say like, oh, I can only have that, it's like, yeah, maybe not 100% clear, but...
Hey, watch out! I'm baking here.
This calculation doesn't count exercise with it if you do eat more. Okay, so it's just, it's like it's usually is. It's a communication thing, right? Because I hear 1,400, so in my brain that is like, this person eats 1,400 calories all day, every day. Whereas the way you're saying it, right, in your head, you might be like, well, for the past few weeks, I have been on 1,400, and if I have exercise, I have more. That's more nuanced, but that's always the case with communication. It's just, it's a lack of context, a lack of nuance. Yeah, I have, I work out pretty much every day. Let me see. So my Whoop calculates my, and it's like relatively accurate, I think, from what I've seen with when I'm, you know, how my weight is going. I'm usually just trying to be in maintenance. There's not an ad for Whoop, by the way, but I've just been using it for a while and I really like it. Should reach out. Let's see. Yeah, the average is 2,200. But that's also because I've been on vacation now, so I think it's more 2,300 normally. And do you do any kind of other stuff other than caloric restriction? Do you also look at the kinds of foods that you eat, or do you just count your calories?
Dog days are here.
Last warning.
I would have adopted them too.
Yeah. I'm generally not a huge fan of calorie counting, even though I do it myself, just because it makes it so much less enjoyable for a lot of people. So generally I would prefer if they would just start with eliminating a lot of bad stuff, like a lot of sugar, not eating like super high amounts of saturated fat, because it's also easier to overeat on that in terms of calories. So if you just like say, okay, you can just have as many as you want from these, and then see, okay, how does that feel? And like a lot of the time people still lose a bunch of weight on that. Now, of course, sometimes people have like, oh, I'm gonna do fruit, and then they just have like shit tons of bananas. I'm like, well, it doesn't work that way either. You know, probably not gonna lose a lot of weight then.
Ah, you're back. I've herded up some fresh recruits for you.
Only low ingredient foods. That's cool. Is there an argument about not going 3-on-3 on ETC? Yeah, if you have a good turn 3, I don't mind staying on 2. Oh, I missed this one. Are you planning to have a real job one day? That's also a language thing, right? I think I would... I'm actually not sure if that would have always resulted in me giving a jab back. But I think a lot of the time... Now I just realize, oh, that's just like a... That's just a language thing. That's just like an English thing. Because I think if you are... Okay, and maybe I am also assuming too much. But I'm assuming that... Well, yeah, maybe not. I guess what I'm trying to say is that phrase sounds different to me than it sounds to Settler. So it's a cultural thing as well, right? So this one, are you planning to have a real job one day? So what I assume here is just the question of, do you think you're going to do this forever? And would you consider working for a boss? But that is very different than saying, are you planning to have a real job one day? For a lot of people, if you read this, basically the implication is what you do now is not really a thing. So when are you going to get a real job? But I just find it funny to point that out now. The answer is no. The answer is no. Yeah. What are the economics about views and length on the video? I think it's just watch time. So I think it's just how, I mean, it's super depends as well who, right? Because if you have a person that watches from a high GDP per capita country, advertisers will pay more for that view than someone that is likely to have a lower budget. So you cannot really calculate it like that because it's super dependent on where a person is from. You meant it funny or friendly? Oh, so it was a joke. Okay. Well, maybe not the best joke then. I gave you too much credit. My bad. I didn't think it was a joke, yeah.
Nothing makes
End
me
of a
happier
friend.
than having you back home.
You just watched the Matsuri game? Yeah. So, sorry, I'm not playing. I'm just chatting, right? We're on just chatting. We're no longer playing. We're just watching sliders in the background. Because I'm going to finish... I don't know. I think I'm going to talk for another few minutes and then go.
Who did this? Who did this?
You're interested in so many things like you. BG's, fitness, nutrition. You wear Whoop too. Hey, that's funny. I thought that. Yeah, I think it's just like a type of person, right? Just, I think it's just in general kind of health conscious slash biohacking type stuff, and then happen to play Battlegrounds. Yeah.
The odds are in my favor.
Where the viewer is from? Yeah, where the viewer is from.
I'm no retriever, but I'll take this one.
So the short answer is I don't know. I can, but that's a big part of it.
Stay.
Like you have to. Wait, why is he getting a goal? Oh yes, the Samagosa, buddy. Viewer surfer on screen to keep chat engaged. Well, to be fair, it is a Battlegrounds channel, so having some Battlegrounds on here is probably not bad. You haven't watched the stream so much use of YouTube, but do you also play yourself? Serious question. The serious answer is yes.
The dog days are here.
What is the best buddy? I don't know if the best buddy exists. Like AFK buddy is up there. It depends on the best buddy for which turn, probably. You watch Shady while doing cardio? Yeah, yeah. Cardio, like that's a bit of a hack when you like when I used to do a lot of cardio, like back in the day. That was just like in the gym, nothing going on, but now with the phone it's so easy to have it just not be that inconvenient.
Watch out.
From a third world country, yeah, ads don't give you much, I guess. It's just
Do you take me for an ordinary mage?
economics thing, right? Where the whole point of the ad is for the person that buys the ad to make more money. So of course, yeah, the ad revenue wildly depends based on who is seeing the ad. You're into it too big time, but you eat crap every damn day. Your brain and I. Well, I guess it's just because at some level there is still a disconnect, right? Because if you're fully aligned and like, oh, this is what I really, really want to do, and you believe that you're capable of doing that, and you believe that what you're going to do is going to work, then it's like a lot easier to excuse me, then it's a lot easier to not eat a bunch of crap. So I would say try to investigate that and see if there is still some kind of a doubt where you're like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna work, or I just enjoy eating crap too much. It's just not who I am. Usually there is something. If you take like a closer look, there's probably something going on. Hey, no worries, John. Yeah, it's kind of relaxing for me. What do you mean by biohacking? Well, it's just a term people use when they say, oh, if I eat this type of food, I'm gonna have a better like mental clarity, or I'm gonna do like cold shower type stuff, or there's just a term people use when they I guess it comes from like hacking your biology, where I'm going to behave in a certain way, I'm going to do certain things, and that is going to result in generally clearer mind. But you can also, oh man, he just sells his Argira. That's so, yeah, that's why he's the pro, chat. He needs to put the Reborn on the board for a turn. Interesting. I wonder what he's gonna do here. Sorry, I'm just like, now I'm also invested in the game. Oh, he's thinking about selling Divine and just keeping Titus in the... Does this only buffs Quillbor though, right? Wow, okay. Well, I guess he gets a lot of attack with the Titus, that's true. Sorry, I was talking about something and then I forgot. Yeah, biohacking. I think I finished my thought on that, right? Yep. Only food, not the cold shower, meditation type. Yeah, you can... I think that all is under the same umbrella of biohacking. But it just... You should try what works for you as well. Because that's what I'm the biggest fan of. It's like no religion in that. It's just like, do if useful.
I gotta say, your paws positively amazing.
Streaming is quite different from other jobs. Yeah. I would say, honestly, my job is really not streaming anymore. I don't even really consider it like a job thing, right? It's just I think now it's... Oh, okay. Holy shit, bro. He can Reborn Sanguine Champion. Why not just whisper him?
Out for a light stroll?
Yeah. Alright. He's got this nice little thing. Alright, let me see, what is this? Yeah, that's another good thing, where when you are trying to implement change, let's say, in the way you eat, a huge part of that is understanding that the changes you make right now in the beginning are going to be very small, or at least they should be smaller. But you almost can't fathom how much you will be capable of later on. I hope that sort of makes sense. I'll repeat that just to like make sure I don't mess it up. Because you start small and you make changes, you become more disciplined. And then that discipline that you have gained can be redeployed to make you even more disciplined. And it's like a snowball effect. So it's almost like a business, right? Where a business makes more money, and then because it has more money, it can invest. And then because you have made investments, you have more people or whatever, and then you can grow more, and then you have more. And it's kind of the same as discipline, where if you keep redeploying that and say, okay, I am now capable of even more, let's, excuse me, let's, wait a second. let me try. Let's just do a little bit more. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Like, I'm capable of doing more. Let me just do a little bit more. And then you just get better and get better and get better and get better and get better. And at the beginning, you cannot fathom like how good it's going to get. Like how much better you're going to get at this. Nice. And he doesn't lose. That's huge. All right, chat. I'm gonna call it here. So unless someone has another thing they specifically wanted to talk about, I'm gonna get a little rest, do some stuff for YouTube.
It's all in the tusks.
Sure, it's small, but it's no chihuahua.
The tides shall wash you away.
It was also good that Dina mentioned the whole calorie thing, because I think the bottom limit of 1600, I think that was more in my mind. So 1400 seemed so low, but I can understand it more now. If that's on sedentary days with caloric deficit. It's funny, right? It's the little things. Here's another taunt here. That's cool. All right, chat. See you guys. Have a good one.